As you saw before the break, I left the boys downstairs. I'm actually on the second floor of the Nasdaq, which just underwent a $10 million makeover. Actually behind me, this is the Market Intelligence Center. This is where the IPO execution team sits. This is actually where the Virgin America IPO, we were just talking about that hot IPO, took place. Also, sector analysts monitoring Nasdaq-listed companies, they sit back there. So the celebration to kick off this new space is underway tonight, and this is actually where the new Fast Money set is going to be a very exciting night for us here at Fast, as well as for the Nasdaq. So on this occasion, we're joined by the CEO of the Nasdaq, Bob Greifeld. Bob,
good to have you here, Melissa.
Oh, it's great to be up here finally.
This is going to be your new home.
$10 million to upgrade the site.
Yes.
What are you getting out of it?
Well, one, we're getting Fast Money on the second floor, so
well,
that's priceless, right? Truly priceless. But really, this is an important cog in the Nasdaq value proposition for our listed companies. As you mentioned, we can give them information. They can be here, get it directly. But it's also very important to recognize when you go public, part of that is to seek publicity. And this is a great visibility event. You can see the wonderful aspects of Times Square here. So for our listed companies who want to do brand building, visibility, this is the place to be.
Obviously, the competition for IPO business is pretty fierce. Is this part of the effort, the campaign? You can say to companies, you know what, when you go public here at the Nasdaq, it's going to be flashier, it's going to be showier.
It's certainly part of the campaign. Our listed companies love it. We've had a great year so far with IPOs. As you know, 175 companies have listed on NASDAQ just this year. Recently, as you mentioned, we've had Virgin America, other notable IPOs right here, and they say the experience is truly something they remember for their entire lives.
You know, for a long time, the Nasdaq has had the knock of being primarily a TV studio downstairs, but we actually have people sitting up here all the time now analyzing the markets and analyzing Nasdaq-listed companies. What exactly are they doing?
Right.
And what sort of competitive edge does that give you?
A big competitive edge. So it's important for us to bring the people aspect of the market in a visible role. So you mentioned the IPO execution. So we have the person responsible for that, the auctioneer, the quarterback here. So a listed company gets to interact with that person directly, see exactly how the book is developing, how the book will be priced, and control the release of the IPO into the marketplace.
All right, and talk to us about the markets quickly. We'd love to get your perspective on the IPO pipeline as well as M&A. Certainly, we've had a lot of deals announced, even just this week.
Yeah, I think anytime you have high market valuations and cheap money, you'll see deals happening. But we would say first and foremost, when we look at the performance of the companies this year, it's been solid. The IPO companies have been solid. The pipeline is still very strong, so we remain optimistic going into the balance of 2014 into 2015. We're going to have a very strong calendar.
All right, Bob, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming, Melissa.
The CEO of the Nasdaq. Again, this is going to be our new home, I think, coming in the new year.